Even Grok, SpaceX's maximum truth-seeking AI, doesn't think that SpaceX is worth investing after reading SpaceX's IPO prospectus. That's because SpaceX is massively overinflated. SpaceX's losses are growing. In 2024, SpaceX posted a profit of $791 million. In 2025, that slipped to an almost $5 billion loss. In Q1 2026, SpaceX has already lost $4.2 billion, almost as much as it lost in the entirety of 2025. SpaceX is pouring money down the drain with its AI. In 2023, the AI segment of its business lost almost $4 billion. In 2024, it lost $1.5 billion, and in 2025, it lost over $6 billion. In the first quarter of 2026, SpaceX's AI segment has already lost nearly $2.5 billion. SpaceX's space segment isn't doing much better. Last year, it posted a $657 million loss, and in the first quarter of 2026, it has already recorded another $662 million loss. Most of SpaceX's launches are for Starlink, and its external launch business is declining. In 2024, SpaceX completed 45 launches for customers and 89 internal launches. Only 34% of launches were for third-party customers. In 2025, only 26% of SpaceX launches were for a third-party customer. In Q1 2026, this shrunk even further to just 18%. SpaceX admits in its filing that the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy, the only SpaceX rockets that actually work, are unable to deploy its V3 and V2 mobile satellites. SpaceX is betting the farm on Starship, a rocket so defective that it has never even conducted a crewed test flight and keeps blowing up. In 2021, Elon sent an email to the entire company, writing, "We face genuine risk of bankruptcy if we cannot achieve a Starship flight rate of at least once every 2 weeks next year."
SpaceX has still never launched a real Starship flight. Even with 221 days to prepare between test flights, SpaceX still can't even execute a Starship test flight without a major malfunction. Its most recent attempt saw the booster crash into the ocean at 800 miles an hour. SpaceX's targeted valuation of over $1.7 trillion is based on a rocket that is currently grounded by the Federal Aviation Administration.
SpaceX's IPO claims that it will have millions of satellites in the future. But Musk's previous claims about SpaceX have been laughably wrong.
So
where are you going with it?
we're going to send one to Mars in 2018.
Okay. Now, let's talk about
Wait. 2018, that's for sure.
Yeah, a couple years. I feel fairly confident that we can complete the ship and be ready for a launch in about 5 years. Sending crews to Mars in 4 years, I think that sounds pretty doable.
That we are building the first ship, the first Mars or interplanetary ship right now, and I think we'll be able to do short flights, short sort of up and down flights, probably sometime in the first half of next year.
Building the production system for Starship is much harder than the design of the Starship itself. But we have that in progress, and we intend to do hopefully a dozen launches next year, maybe more.
Musk has a long track record of broken promises. In 2019, he promised 1 million unsupervised Tesla robotaxis by 2020. 6 years later, there are fewer than 40.
To recap, SpaceX lost almost $5 billion last year and has already lost $4.2 billion this year. SpaceX is losing money on both its AI division and its rocket launching business. Starlink is the only thing making SpaceX money, but its functioning rockets aren't able to transport its new satellites. SpaceX's only hope is Starship, which hasn't even completed a crewed test flight yet because it keeps exploding.
Musk is the same snake oil salesman he was before, except he's selling space this time, not self-driving. SpaceX's business is Starlink, the corpse of Twitter and Elon's ridiculous ideas for the future. Does anyone really believe Musk's absurd claims about SpaceX?